What's up, everyone, and welcome back for yet another 2024 4K Blu-ray review. It's probably the last one for a while, so let's get right into it. Twisters, the sequel to the 1996 film Twister that nobody asked for, but here we are. For the release, I went with the Steelbook because, you know, Steelbooks. I always get the Steelbooks. And it's cool looking. Check out the truck on the cover. It's the Tornado Wrangler. On the back, just a tornado. Inside, 4K disc, Blu-ray disc. The 4K disc. You can watch the special features on that. So that is a nice change for once. Surprisingly, they made a sequel to a film almost 30 years old by just adding an S. And believe it or not, the film isn't terrible, but it's actually pretty enjoyable. When we saw it in the theater, we liked it. We thought it had a pretty decent story. The effects were good, and the two leads, played by Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones, they're pretty great together.
Where are you coming in from?
New York?
Oh, you're a long way from home, city girl. So you like working for Storm Par?
For a film less than 6 months old, I expected this to look and sound better than the 1996 Twister 4K, which we just reviewed a few months ago. And while this film did look pretty fantastic, I was a tad disappointed by the sound. That Twister 4K, the Atmos track, blows this one away. It's not that this one was bad, it's just after that I was kind of let down. Let's get into it. This 2391 image in Dolby Vision in HDR looks great. Granted, the movie came out last year, but it looks flawless. Oklahoma has never looked this good, even though it was getting destroyed for half the movie. Colors showed excellent contrast and detail, and the blacks in the darker scenes, as well as the details in the tornadoes, was jaw-dropping. This is a great looking disc. The audio, like I mentioned, was encoded in Dolby Atmos, and it sounds fine and dandy for this film. But like I said, the first Twister film sounded amazing with great soundstage all around, as it showed the destruction of the tornadoes. This film, while we had great surround usage as well, the levels seemed to be more muted and everything was scaled back. There was a ton of country music being played, which kind of overshadowed the sound effects. Don't get me wrong, some of the destruction sequences did sound amazing with great bass response and surround usage from flying objects. It's still a great sounding disc, but Twister sounded noticeably better.
Are those fireworks?
For special features, you had a bunch to sink your teeth into. You have several behind-the-scenes documentaries and interviews with the cast and crew, some deleted scenes, and the usual commentary track. Surprisingly, no music videos were included. Twisters is an enjoyable film that probably shouldn't exist, but with a good story, good effects, and a good young cast, you have a nice popcorn flick that sounds and looks good as well. 8 out of 10. Well, that's today's review. Come back again, and we'll be watching newer movies and not movies from 2024. We're out of here.
Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share, bruh.